Welcome back, focused learners, to another explainer. So, let me ask you something. If I told you that your entire life could change based on just one kind of tiny habit that starts the literal second you open your eyes, would you believe me? Well, today we're decoding the hidden framework that absolutely separates ordinary individuals from extraordinary achievers. We're going to dive deep into the raw power of morning habits and figure out exactly why the most successful people in the world are out there winning their battles, while the rest of us are, well, still fast asleep. Okay, let's dive right into this. Just picture this scenario for a second. It's 5 a.m. It's totally quiet, maybe a little chilly, and in that silence, two completely different types of people emerge. On one hand, we have the snoozer, and on the other, the creator. The snoozer, they just hit that button, choosing to simply react to whatever the day throws at them and, stagnate right there in their comfort zone. But the creator gets up. They actively choose to win the day and shape their future. Hitting snooze isn't just about snagging 5 extra minutes of sleep, right? It's an immediate, totally avoidable psychological defeat. Section 1. The hidden power of mornings. This is where we see that the morning isn't just a time of day, it's a literal psychological battlefield that sets the stage for your entire future. Section 2. Science of the morning brain. High performers actually protect their mornings like their lives depend on it, simply because decision fatigue is at its absolute lowest and clarity is peaking. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this concept of the alpha state. During these super early hours, your brain drops into this specific optimal frequency. This is when your mind is at its absolute most creative, receptive, and, this is the crucial part, most programmable. The way you shape your thoughts in this precise window literally wires the neurobaseline for your entire day. So it boils down to a really simple formula. Your morning input equals your daily baseline. If you just grab your phone and flood your brain with social media, stress, or digital noise the second you wake up, that chaotic energy spreads like wildfire through the rest of your day. Waking up right isn't just about gritting your teeth and relying on willpower. Not at all. It's about intentionally protecting this highly programmable golden window from the outside world. Section 3. The real magic of the 1% rule. This is all about how massive success is really just an accumulation of tiny, consistent morning decisions. Let's put this into perspective. Just look at this massive number, 37x. This idea comes straight from the book Atomic Habits, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. If you manage to improve by just 1% every single day, by the end of a single year, you aren't just a little bit better. You are literally 37 times better than when you started. It compounds quietly in the background, and then bam, it explodes into what everyone else mistakenly calls an overnight success. So, how does this actually play out in real life? As this brilliantly illustrates, it's a cycle. You start with a small morning win, which builds self-trust, and that eventually leads to a total identity shift. Here's the secret that almost everyone misses. Motivation doesn't magically lead to consistency. It's the other way around. Motivation follows consistency. Doing just one tiny thing you promised yourself, like doing a quick stretch or reading just 2 pages of a book, signals to your brain, hey, I'm in control. That builds the exact kind of self-trust you absolutely need to permanently shift your identity. Section 4. Morning routine of successful people. Because billionaires aren't just magically talented. They simply use their first 2 hours a whole lot differently than the rest of us. Let's take a peek at the ultimate playbook here. Look at Oprah Winfrey. She completely relies on silence and meditation to center her mind first thing. Then you've got Tony Robbins, who uses intense physical movement to literally jolt his energy levels awake. And Elon Musk, he blocks out this quiet, uninterrupted time for pure, focused, deep work. These leaders aren't just blindly checking off a random list of tasks. No way. They are intentionally activating their mind, their body, and their focus. They're investing heavily in themselves before the world can demand even a single thing from them. Section 5. How to break bad habits. Time for a harsh truth. Your morning isn't actually bad. Your habits are, and willpower alone just isn't going to fix them. So let's break down an incredibly actionable system to fix this. Step 1. Identify the habit. You got to be honest with yourself, right? You can't fix what you aren't aware of. Step 2 is absolutely crucial. Replace it with a positive action. You can't just stop doing a bad habit out of nowhere. Replacing it, like say swapping your mindless phone scrolling for just 2 minutes of deep breathing, is vastly superior to just trying to force yourself to quit cold turkey. And finally, step 3, design your environment. So the crucial point here really is environment design. Things like preparing your clothes the night before, keeping a glass of water right by your bed, and physically putting your phone in a totally different room. By doing this the night before, you're completely eliminating that awful morning decision fatigue. You don't have to somehow summon the willpower to be disciplined at 5 a.m. Your cleverly designed environment just sort of forces you into doing the right thing on autopilot. It's a real game changer. Section 6. Design your own routine. Stop just mimicking billionaires and start being the architect of a routine tailored specifically to your own life and your own goals. Just take a look at this really simple distribution here. You want to keep your routine incredibly focused on just 3 categories. You've got mind for silence or meditation, body for getting some physical movement in, and focus for tackling your deep work. Honestly, people so often fail because they invent this wildly complex 15-step morning checklist that's just impossible to maintain. Keeping it limited to just these 3 highly adaptable categories completely prevents burnout and practically guarantees you'll stay consistent over the long haul. I really want you to take a second and reflect on this profound quote from our material today. Success is not loud, it builds quietly every morning. Isn't that powerful? This is exactly where the growth mindset truly shines. It's a fantastic reminder that real structural change takes time. Having the patience, the consistency, and the sheer willingness to just improve a little bit each day, those are for sure your absolute greatest allies in this totally silent daily battle for self-mastery. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a pretty bold, lingering question. Who do you want to become today? Seriously, think about it. Every single time that morning alarm goes off, it's a choice of identity. So what choice are you going to make tomorrow morning? I challenge you to step up, protect that golden window of yours, and let your very next morning write an entirely new story for your life. Thanks so much for learning with us today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.